place.
Congratulations! We are under contract on your home. In this video, I'm going to share with you what to expect from today and moving forward up until closing date so that you are fully prepared and educated on what to expect. If you're watching this video, that means that we have negotiated all the terms with the buyer and that we have an official executed contract. First item on our list, Amy, who is our team's transaction manager, is going to be reaching out to you via email to introduce herself.
A new place.
Please let us know if you prefer to communicate in some other way. She is local, so she can very easily call you with all of the updates and items needed as they come up, or she can communicate with you via text message. Just let us know whichever way you prefer to communicate so that we can accommodate you. Otherwise, moving forward, Amy will be communicating with you via email. So in this introduction email, which you will receive within the first couple of hours of going under contract, you will see an email from her that's going to break down all of our timeline of events so that you are fully aware of the upcoming dates. Now, Amy's job is to handle all of our legal documents. She handles all the paperwork, making sure that we cross our T's, dot our I's, and that everything is all within compliance. In addition, she is communicating with all parties. There are so many people who come into the transaction: the buyer's agent, the buyers, the title company, closing attorney, all the home inspectors, the homeowner's insurance company, the surveyor, the appraiser. There's a lot of people. So Amy's job is to communicate with all of these parties. Please, when Amy reaches out to you, to communicate with her in a timely manner so that we do not experience any delays on our end.
A new place.
After you receive the introduction email with Amy, she is going to ensure that the buyers know where to turn the earnest money deposit in. Typically, it's with our title company, and once it is turned in, we will send you a copy of the receipt. We have a huge item to discuss next, and that is the home inspections. Let me explain to you this process. The buyer's agent is going to be reaching out to us to schedule the inspection. Now, depending on the age, size, condition of the home, also if there's a one-man crew or a three-man crew with the home inspection companies, that all depends on how long this home inspection process is going to take. But I will tell you, on average, it's typically about 3 hours. Now, during these 3 hours, it is very much highly recommended that you as the seller are not in the home during this time. The home inspectors are going to be there. In addition, the buyer's agent and the buyers, they may also be there as well. So just standard that the seller would not be there attending. So during the home inspection process, they'll typically be doing a standard home inspection. They're going to go through every single nook and cranny of this home, and they will provide a report to the buyer typically within 24 hours of the home inspection, and it's usually roughly around 50 pages. It just depends on the company and the size of the home, but they get a very extensive home inspection list. Now, depending on the buyer and the type of financing that they're doing and certain items within the home, they might be getting additional inspections done. So let me just prepare you. If they're doing an FHA or a VA loan, they're actually required by the mortgage lender to have a clear WDO report. Even if they're not using the VA or the FHA loan, they could be using a conventional loan or also cash, they still have the opportunity to get this WDO inspection done. If you're not sure what this is, it's for wood destroying organisms, because we have termites, we have bugs here in Florida. So for the wood destroying organisms inspector, he is going out to the property to see if there is any wood rot, any termite past damage, current termites, and providing a report to the buyer. Now, in the event that, like I said, they're doing a VA or an FHA loan, we need to have a clear WDO report for that lender. Otherwise, they cannot get loan approval. Now, a couple other inspections they might be doing is a 4-point and a wind mitigation. This is for the homeowner's insurance, essentially stating that the roof, AC, electrical, and plumbing are in good condition, and this will help the buyer get a discount with their homeowner's insurance. A couple other items that the buyers may be getting inspected is if there is a septic system, also well water, or a pool. They'll have a pool inspection done. So just want to give you a heads up on those couple of items. Like I said, little recap, it's going to be about a 3-hour home inspection process, and it is advised that the seller is not attending this. Let me explain to you how this repair request process works. So once the buyers receive the home inspection report, they will view it. And they have the opportunity to present to us a repair request form. And on that form, they list the items that they are requesting for us to fix or replace or credit them money. So let me explain how the repair request process works. They have their items listed on the report, right? A, B, and C. Now, as the seller, you have 3 options on how you would like to respond back to the buyer. Let me explain those options to you. The first one is you as the seller say, yes, I will get quotes for these items. I will hire the licensed contractor or the correct person to come out to fix these items. And then once it's completed, I will pay for those items and I will show a receipt. Basically showing proof of performance that it was done, but also that, hey, these people have also been paid for the job. We provide the receipts to the buyer's agent. And the buyers at this point, they have the opportunity to re-inspect those items. They can hire their home inspector to come back out, make sure that these items were done and that they were done correctly. The second option is you as the seller state, no, I'm not going to be hiring licensed contractor or the correct person to come out and fix these items. But yes, I will credit you money towards closing. Essentially, this is just coming out of your net at closing because you are likely making money on the sale of your home. So it's not actual cash that you're having to bring to closing. It's going to be coming out of your proceeds. And this is more of an easier option, and it'll show on your settlement statement a credit towards the buyer. So this will go towards their down payment or their closing costs. Now, the third option is you as the seller say, no, I will not hire this licensed person to come out and fix these things. No, I will not credit you money for the repairs. You are stating that they are to take the property as is. And as the buyer, as long as they presented to us the repair request within the home inspection contingency period, as the buyer, they have the opportunity to get their earnest money deposit back and cancel the transaction. Now, a buyer can cancel a transaction anytime, unfortunately, but as long as it's within this contingency period, they do have the opportunity to get their earnest money deposit back. One last thing that I will note about the repair request is everything is negotiable. We want to come to an agreement. We want both parties to move forward. You want to sell your house, the buyer wants to buy it, so let's just come up with an agreement. Sometimes we are negotiating in the sense of, hey, I will get a licensed person to fix this thing and then I'll credit you money for these other items. So all of these terms can be negotiated, and any questions that you have, let me know. We will be reviewing the repair request together. We'll also have a copy of the home inspection report at this time, and we can review it as well and make the best decision moving forward. Great, now we are moving forward. We have gone through the home inspection, we have negotiated all the terms, and at this point, the mortgage lender for the buyer is hiring an appraiser to come out to the property to assess the value of the home. Before I ever listed your property, we had discussed what I felt your property was worth. It's considered an opinion of value, but also I'm not a licensed appraiser. So this licensed appraiser comes out to the property to assess their value for the home. And we need to make sure that the appraiser assess it at the price of what we are under contract at, because if not, the buyer cannot get loan approval. So that's why it's really, really important not to be listing the property so high, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't appraise, the buyer can't get loan approval and you can't sell the home. So the appraiser is going to be coming out to the property. They're going to be checking the condition of the home. They're going to be making notes of all the upgrades that you have done to the home since you purchased it. They're also going to be looking at comparable properties. What has recently sold within the last 6 months that is comparable to your home? And they're going to assess this value. It's not a range, it's going to be an exact number. And that report will be turned into the buyer's mortgage lender. And they will let us know, are we good? Can we move forward with this home at our contract price? Or do we need to go back and renegotiate that price? I want to mention again, please, throughout this entire process, make sure that you are communicating with Amy in a timely manner, of course with myself, in addition with the title company. They're going to be reaching out to you for additional information, especially if you have a mortgage on the home. We want to make sure that we get all the details that we need from your lender prior to closing so that we can make sure that we pay off your loan on closing day, right? The title company is going to be reaching out wanting a copy of the survey. So that's the property lines of your home. If you've purchased your home within the last couple of years, there hasn't been any changes to the property lines, then you likely have a copy of your survey, which usually are in your closing documents still. So see if you have this so that we can avoid that extra fee, and we can give the title company copies of the survey to give the buyer, and then we move forward. But if you've added a fence or a pool or a shed of some sort, we would need to make sure that we hire a surveyor to go out to the property in a very timely manner so that we can get that report back quickly. So please make sure that you're communicating with title company for the mortgage info, the survey, and any other details that they need. Amy and myself will be communicating with you throughout this entire process. But I just want to make sure that you at least have a little bit of some expectation and education prior to going into this. Any questions that you have, of course, at any time, don't hesitate to reach out to me. At this point, Amy's going to be coordinating with you your closing. If you are not local, we can send a notary to you, but please let us know this information ahead of time so that we can get all the proper arrangements made for you with the notary. Otherwise, she will be setting up a time with you with the title company, a day and a time, and within one of their locations. Again, congratulations on getting your home under contract. Now let's get to work. Let's get this to closing. I promise you it's going to be a seamless, smooth process. And I'm looking forward to getting you to the closing table. I'll chat with you here soon.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive.